What the fuck do you guys have going on that's so important, huh? What do you guys got going on that's so important? So, we did a census. The first question is, how old are you? So, the demographic of this stream, majority of you guys are 26 to 30. So, it's mostly my peers. The next one is 31 to 39, which is gonna be my peers. Then 22 to 25, then 18 to 21, and then 40 plus. Which honestly, I think I kind of had this one I could have guessed. I had a feeling that most people that watch me are relatively my age. I feel like I don't have like a bunch of kids in my chat. Some streamers, their chats feel pretty youthful. Bless their hearts. It's a lot more 18 to 25 than I would have guessed. Yeah, I don't think it's less than I would have guessed. I think it's about right. It's a good demographic. I mean, it's a demographic that I feel like I can relate to, and I also feel like I can like be candid with, you know? I don't really feel like things get taken out of context. I don't feel like I have a bunch of kids in here like clip baiting. Like I feel like generally the discussions are productive. So I could have guessed that. Yeah. What's your gender? 55.4% men, 35.9% women, 5.7% non-binary, 1.9% no label. This one is the realist. Shit, man, I don't know. What's your height? Okay, this one was kind of surprising to me because I didn't realize that you guys were as tall as you are. 5 feet or under, 3.3%, 5'1" to 5'3", 12.7, 5'4" to 5'7", this is me, 28.4%, 5'8" to 5'11", 35%, and then I'm gonna say 6 foot to 6'4", but let's be so real. This says 20.2%. I'm gonna knock that down to an 18%, just because I ain't no fool. And then 6'5", 0.5%. Sexuality, 56.5% straight, 9.1% gay/lesbian, 18% bisexuals. You get the pass because 18% bisexual representation here. It's a lot of people. 7% pansexual, 5% asexual, and 4.4% no label. I think that this is probably like a larger portion than a lot of other streamers, and I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Okay, where do you live? Nobody put their specific address, which is really disappointing, but whatever. 72.3% United States. This was kind of surprising to me just because of the time that I stream at. 12% Canada, Mexico, South America. 6.7% Europe. I feel like I stream a god-awful time for Europeans. Like, if I get done with stream at 2 in the morning, I think like Europeans are like waking up, right? 1.9% Asia. 6.5% Oceania, which I'm gonna be so real with you, other than Australia and New Zealand, I'm not sure what countries are included in this. And then 0.3% Africa. Three chatters from Africa, which is so many different countries. I know that a lot of Americans forget that. It's that guy from Egypt and his 2 friends. Yeah. The I'm from Egypt, fuck you. Do you guys remember that one? That's an old callback. I was going through my like, was it my unban requests? There was this guy that was like, I'm from Egypt, fuck you. And then didn't he like come back around and say like that again or something like a year later? It was so funny. What's your highest completed education level? Bachelor's, 39.8. Then high school/GED, 33%. Then associates or trade school, 14%. Masters, I do have a lot of college goers in chat. I know. Doctorate, whoa, okay, smarty pants. Okay, relationship status, kind of spicy. I added a spicy one in here. I'm intrigued. Okay, 43.8% of you are single but not looking. Doing your own thing. Lone wolves. Going rogue. Focusing on yourself. A bunch of bad bitches. Or sad bitches. 34% single and looking. A bunch of bad bitches or sad bitches or down bad bitches. 7.4% married. 6.8% in a long-term relationship. Might have asked you guys, I don't remember. But I think 2+ years is a long-term relationship. Do you guys agree or nah? Yeah. Because I feel like 2+ years is when you like, you're starting to go, "Whew, man, okay, like we've been together for like a hot second, you know?" Anything over 1 hour is a long relationship. Gibby, are you perhaps in the blue category then? Not to single you out or anything. I'm not, okay, no pun intended. Sorry. Single shaming. Gibby's like, you know, maybe like 30 minutes spent with somebody is still far too long. Okay, so I didn't originally add this category because I didn't want to, I was like, it makes me feel like I'm doing a funny. But then there was like 2 people in the Discord that was like, "Hey bitch, where's the divorced category?" So 1.4%. Okay. And then I added this spicy one. In a relationship, parentheses, wanting to get out. 5 people, 0.6%. Spicy. Good luck. Hope y'all get out of there. Do you have children? 94.1% no. And 5.9% yes. What up, kids, if they're watching the stream? I love their honesty with themselves. You know what's interesting? Sometimes that's all it takes is like somebody maybe like didn't know that, and then they're filling out this form, and then they're looking at the options and they're like, "This is anonymous." And then they like click that one, and then they're like, "Damn. Are you currently employed?" 61.7% yes. 38.3% no. You know why I fuck with everybody though? Because these people understand my weird references, and these people don't, but they're happy to learn. So thank you. You guys, thank you so much for contributing. And thank you for all the gift subs. Appreciate it. What's your most watched media by hour? Okay. These are kind of like the fun ones. I get into the fun ones. Twitch 56.3. YouTube 39.3. A streaming service, Netflix, Hulu, all those, whatever. Yeah, somebody put Frasier, which is crazy. Twitch and WWE, which I don't know if this means you just wanted to put like you could, like, is it Twitch and WWE like together at the same time? What was your first gaming experience? PlayStation is 19%. The biggest one is Nintendo. Now, this is a little bit of a tough one because I said Nintendo. However, people were listing a bunch of different Nintendo things as alternatives. So this one's a little weird. Just take it as it is. But Nintendo is number 1. Then we got PlayStation. Then we got Xbox. You know, PlayStation being 19% and Xbox being 5% is kind of crazy. I thought that PlayStation and Xbox would be matched. And then mobile at 2.6. I'd be curious, the mobile users, what their first gaming experience was. Like Jetpack Joyride or like Candy Crush, or like what are we rocking on mobile? 16% PC. I was thinking, so it was like 2018, I think I got my first desktop PC. And I remember thinking about making this decision to buy a PC for weeks because it was expensive. It was like $2,000, I think. And I was like, you know, I was like really thinking about it, really wanting to make sure that I get the right one, really trying to decide if this is a purchase that I want to make. Most expensive thing that I had like ever purchased ever. And genuinely, like, there is before I had a PC and then there is after I had a PC. And I know that sounds dramatic, but if you have a PC with more than one monitor, then you definitely get it. Because if you have a PC with one monitor, you get it. But if you have a PC with more than one monitor, you understand like that becomes a whole entity in your home. Build, don't buy. I don't agree with that, actually. The build, don't buy. And the reason why is because if you are somebody that wants a PC and you don't have any way to understand PC stuff, building a PC is a horrendous task. Like, I bought my first PC as a pre-build, and I'm so glad I did, because if I would have tried to build my own, I probably would have fucked it up. I didn't have any resources. I didn't have anybody to ask for help. And then what happened is I replaced the parts as I went along, and then eventually I built my own PC once I knew I wanted. Atari, Game Boy, Turquoise, NES, Sega Genesis, arcade. Oh, interesting. Going to like an arcade. That's fun. ColecoVision. Never heard of that before. Leapfrog is awesome. Some of you really took the questions seriously and like went back in your memories. Like, if I go back in my memory, is playing Snake on my dad's Nokia brick phone the first video game I ever played? Yes. But I didn't think about it. 101 pirated arcade Nintendo games cassette, Wii U, and I thought this was a calculator. I'm gonna be so real with you. I have no idea what this is. What's the TI 99? It is. Oh shit. All right, let's go. I didn't even know they had games. Next question. How often do you watch Twitch? Most of the day. I check in throughout the day. I'm here because I'm home a lot. So I check in throughout the day, and I'll usually have somebody on while I'm doing something but not paying attention. Most of the day, I check in throughout the day. Once a week, 15 or 17%. Once every few days, 8%. Once every couple weeks or less, 1.4%, and once a week at 0.6%. I have streamers on in the background almost constantly. I almost always have somebody up. Like, if I go to shower, I'll like look to see who is like at the bottom of my list, and I'll just open their stream, because it's like, okay, like if I'm gonna step away from my computer, like I might as well just like give somebody like a viewer number, you know? When you have somebody's stream up, it kind of feels like it fills your house more than having a YouTube video up. Like, I love listening to like a video essay, but if I have somebody's stream up, I kind of like, it kind of like feels like my house is a little bit more like full. What's your most used social media? Most used is Instagram, which I guess is probably true for me, maybe. Instagram, then Twitter, then Discord, then TikTok, then Reddit, then 6% of you, 51 of you don't use social media. That's kind of more than I thought, to be honest with you. I would be surprised if somebody doesn't use social media but finds their way here. Blue Sky was on there. I feel like Blue Sky seems to be doing okay. Tumblr, SoundCloud, but with a frowny face. So there is somebody in here that uses SoundCloud, but they're not happy about it. How do you watch streams? PC, 48.3%. Laptop, 22.6%. Phone/iPad, 21%. TV, 8%. I watch on my PC, and then on my laptop, or sorry, my phone would be the next. Watching on TV made me realize how important it is to have chat on screen, because when Brody was in Australia and he streamed at night, I would watch him on my TV when I was going to sleep. Shocking that I could fall asleep with him the way he is. However, I noticed that like there is no chat on screen if you watch on TVs. So like if the streamer doesn't have chat on screen, you have no chat. Do you watch every Sam stream or check in? Okay, I'm gonna guess. Every stream I think is going to be higher than I think. I'm gonna go with every stream like 40%. Couple times a week, I'm gonna go like 40%. And then the weekly monthly is gonna be the mix of the rest. 25%! What the fuck do you guys have going on that's so important, huh? What do you guys got going on that's so important? You guys got families? Okay, great. Brag about it. Only 51 of you got kids, so what's going on with the other like 800? Okay, what's happening? I can triangulate who has kids, how many of you are employed. I'm pretty sure we asked if you guys were virgins or not. So, process of elimination. What the fuck's going on with this 25%, okay? Because I know what's going on. You guys relationships? No. There's so many of you guys that are single and not looking. What the fuck are you filling your time with, huh? What's going on? Too busy jorking it? Can't turn on the stream? I mean, that's fine. Don't mix those, please. Please don't. Few times a week, 55%. That's few times could be 6. Could be 6. Weekly, 12.7. Monthly, 5%. I don't really watch, just keep up with on social, 1.4%, which is kind of, that's impressive that 1.4% of you, 12 people don't even watch my stream, but they still filled out the census. So what the fuck is your excuse? How did you find this stream? Here's a lesson, guys. Here's a lesson to all the streamers in chat. Twitch is cooked. Okay? You either have to have people coming from other platforms or that. Nepotism. Wait, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can't call me a nepo baby. You can't call me, just because I got a Pac-Man of clout happening on this pie graph right now doesn't mean that I'm a nepo baby. Okay, let's move on to the other ones. Okay, 6.3% just were browsing. They were browsing. Industry plant. No. And 10% from a raid, which is kind of just this, but different. 3.9% from YouTube. Okay. Now we're cooking. However, I would venture to say most of that is from other people's YouTube channels, but I'm gonna just, we don't have that proof, so I'm not gonna say it. From a friend. This one is funny to me because like the concept of growing on Twitch from word of mouth, it's so funny. From TikTok, 0.9%, 8 people. I have almost 200,000 followers on TikTok, but yep, that's why I don't post on TikTok anymore. And then from Twitter, coming from Twitter is crazy. There is a small part of me that exists outside of the realm of chronically online. Like, for example, my friend Connor, who is a mod in here, messaged me and said that he was at a bar and he heard somebody talking about Twitch and my name came up. And he was like, wait a minute. So it's like, I forget that there's like, I was like, get out of there, man. Run. What's your favorite content Sam does on stream? Okay. Just chatting, 28.2%. My least effort content, to be clear. Playing indie games. My second least effort content, 36.7. And collabs with other streamers, perfect. Okay, so it is just chatting, playing indie games, clout chasing, internet deep dives, crime night, also my least effort streams. Love that. Community content / games, those are fun. We run out of them though. There's not a whole lot of them, and I'll never do Jackbox. I apologize if you're a Jackbox fan. I won't do that. IRL streams. I love IRL streams. However, there's just so many moving parts to that. I love playing AAA games, but when it runs into like multiple streams worth, I kind of am like, Tier list. Tier list is good. Big events, etiquette stream, make fire stream. Love those. Also hard to organize. Are you in the Discord? Yes and active. Yes and not active. No. Yes and active. I want to know why I'm bad at this job, because most creators are like, hey guys, don't forget to join the Discord, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, don't forget to subscribe to everything that I have, hit the bell. And then I'm like, you know, honestly, like, I usually mute Discords anyways, so like, join if you want, but like, if you don't want to, like, I don't blame you. Yeah, is my Discord fun? Yes. Do I treat my Discord like a group chat? Yes. Do I type in Discord all the time? Yes. Would I blame you for not wanting to join the Discord because like half of it is people asking me if I'm going to buy ladybugs and dropping links for where I can buy ladybugs? I also wouldn't blame you for that. Most active content creator in their Discord I've seen. I love just like bullshitting. Like some other streamers, like they don't interact with their Discord at all, which is fine because everybody has a different relationship with their audience. Sometimes they can't because it gets weird. But like a lot of times those Discords are really parasocial. It's like they talk about the streamer like the streamer isn't in the Discord. And I don't know if the streamer reads it or not, but there's some Discords that feel like fan clubs, which, to be so real with you guys, is the lucrative way to grow. However, like, I hate that idea for me personally. There's a lot of streamers that aren't even in their own Discords. They'll like have people run them for them, which is fine because a lot of those streamers don't get to have the interactions with their own community that I get to. I'm very lucky. Like I get to interact with you guys more than a lot of streamers get to interact with their communities. Partially it's because I'm smaller, but also partially it's because I've had a steady growth that hasn't hit any kind of big peak. And so I never had like an influx of weirdos. That's not a lot of people's case. A lot of people don't get to do that, and that's not their fault. Do you talk in chats? Sometimes, 47.1. Certified lurker, 34%. Certified yapper, 15%. And just in the stream, honestly, 3.8%. I'm trying to think who the biggest streamer is that I watch that I don't chat. Might be Squeaks. I don't really chat in Squeaks chat very often. I'll watch Lud sometimes when he's on Twitch, and I don't know if I've ever chatted in his stream. Maybe a couple times. I don't think I've ever, I was gonna say I don't think I've ever chatted in Hassan's. I probably have, but I've watched his streams and I don't even bother. I used to only watch one person on Twitch regularly before I got the Twitch bug this year. Now I'm active. Well, you know what's funny is when streamers start interacting with each other, it's easier to watch the streamers that they interact with because then you kind of have a web. How did you find Twitch? Followed a specific creator over from another platform. Saw in media and was curious. This one is actually like a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Recommended by a friend. Then we've got all the teeny tiny slices. Justin TV. This is crazy. Purple. Awesome. Found Justin TV from Reddit for sports streams. I knew it existed, but COVID made me check it out. Justin TV from way back. Your brother or like somebody's brother? Via YouTube, checked out a streamer from their appearance on a YouTube show. AOC playing Among Us. Ex-boyfriend was a small streamer. They're just spreading the plague of Twitch to all of their partners along the way. Do you game? Do you have game on your phone? Yes, on multiple devices. Yes, on PC. Yes, on console. No, I just watch gaming content. This is crazy to me, actually. Like, 7.7% of people that enjoy watching gaming content but don't game themselves. I rarely play games, but I watch streamers every day. I like the yapping, but I couldn't do it myself. Huh. A lot of you are probably like this. A lot of you probably are not like this. I don't know what my life would look like without video games. And I was talking to Caroline about this because she was saying that Will says the same thing. Like, I don't know what my life would be like without video games. I fill much of my free time and make time for when I shouldn't to play video games. It is like food, water, shelter, play game. which sounds so stupid, but like it's been like that for so long. Like when I'm not doing things that I need to do, I'm thinking about what game I want to play. I think I could live without games, but maybe no music. That's the thing. See, that's where I'm able to see other people's POV is I could live the rest of my life without hearing music, which I know sounds crazy. I like music. If music got removed from my life, I'd be like, okay, it is what it is. I wouldn't go crazy without it. In fact, when I drive, majority of the time I don't listen to anything. Sometimes I'll listen to things like if I can think of a specific thing I want to listen to, but most of the time I just drive in silence. Anyways, it's just so funny to me that like something that's such an integral part of my life, other people never touch. Who has Sam never collabed with that you'd like to see? This will be fun. Because then I'll say, actually I have, or I'll be like, absolutely fucking not. Slime, absolutely fucking not. Maya, yep, Maya's great. Alveus. I think Alveus is like my most requested collab. Shags, yep. Peach, love Peach. Would die for Peach. Actually, Germa, I mean, tell me when and where. Chris, I have collabed with Chris a good amount, but I'm always happy to. Logan, I've never collabed with. I watch Logan all the fucking time. Tina, I would love... I'm like this close to sending Tina a message that says, hey, Iron Mouse. Yep. Will. Yeah, I've been in a bunch of stuff with Will, but I don't think like I've ever like, you know, Alana's great. I talk to Alana all the time, like privately. I want to have Alana on the podcast actually. And I don't know if she would be down for that, but I think she's got a lot of overlap with like me and Caroline's interests. Sea-Dog, great. B, fuck that guy. Olivia Lopez, I don't know who that is. Hassan, on stream. Thank you for the parentheses. If no count, then Schlatt. I've never met Schlatt before. I think that I would have good bant with him. Steve, I don't know who that is. Will, Queso, please tell me when and where. Jarvis, dipped in poison. Dear Granny. I've collabed with Jarvis. There's actually a YouTube video or 2 or 3 with Jarvis. Dipped in Poison, I don't think we've collabed, but I've met her many times in person. Deer, I've never collabed with. Granny was on Hired or Fired. Eddie, I'm in a couple of Eddie's videos. Blink and you'll miss me. But I am there. If you watch the Apple goggle video, whatever that one is, I'm in that video. Squeaks, yep, please tell me when and where. Maya, Emily, me and Emily never ended up collabing, but we did have a really good collab planned. Northern Lion. How would me and Northern Lion collab? Just you two playing Blotcher side by side. Yeah. Could be good. Trey, I've done collabs with Trey. Peach, yep. Jacksepticeye, sure. I'd love to. Tina and Foolish, I love Tina and Foolish. I didn't really think about like, you know, whatever. And then I met them and they're so nice. Is that the guy that just eats only meat? Is that this guy? Squeaks, T-Pain, Loser Fruit, Pokimane. Guys, me and Pokimane collabed in a bedroom at Cutie's house. We wrapped presents together. We went into the bedroom so nobody would see what the presents were before we wrapped them. Don't be weird. You guys are being weird. Don't be weird. Yeb, NMP, Will, Maya, Awesome Show, Queso, I don't know, Alveus, Kai, Shroud, Lyric, Germa. Now you guys are just saying people. Shania Twain! I love City On. me and Caroline were actually talking about City On and how we want to play games with her. Every time I see her, we're like, hey, let's play games. And then we never have reached out ever, so. Obama, good. Okay, Moist Critical, okay, good. There's so many people on this list that I'm like, yeah, that would be great. I have no idea what I would talk to them about. What would me and Jason do if we did a collab? What, like, help him get girls? Do I look like don't answer that. I don't want to reiterate. If I liked girls, I would be swimming, to be clear. All right? I want everybody to know that if I liked women, it would be over for the rest of you. However, that's not the case. So, you're welcome. I show speed. Can you guys imagine the Samwitch I show speed collab? Like, but you know what I mean? Like, what would we do? Like, am I gonna backflip over like Lamborghinis? Like, he backflips over Lamborghinis and I go 1, 2. Like, Sykkuno. One time Sykkuno was like, "You're Samwitch?" And I was like, "Wait, this is awesome. Sykkuno knows who I am." And he was like, "I thought Samwitch was a guy." And I was like, I thought that Samwitch was a guy. I'm sorry. My bad. Clint Stevens, he's the GOAT. Hideo Kojima. Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll try to make that happen. Prezzo. Yeah, he wishes. Yeah, he would be so lucky. Are you a virgin? Okay, so we're gonna triangulate that 25% of you that watch me every day and the other 75%. How the fuck did you guys get no to 69%? You guys are a bunch of assholes. Like, even on a thing that you can't even see the results, you still managed to swing it to funny number. How many monitors do you have at your desk? 2? 1? 3? Or 4+, which if you have 4+, what are you doing? Like, what's happening on those monitors that you need 4+? I work for NASA. Can I have a spaceship? I'll give you $6. Mountains or beach? Which one you want? I don't know. You think, do I look like somebody that can tell the difference between spaceships? Just give me a cool one. Beach, 28%. Mountains, 49%. I think I picked mountains. Inside, 22%. This is a true answer. I respect it. I respect this 22% because a lot of people who secretly prefer being inside said one of these two just so that they could like be like, "Oh, I love going outside." But realistically, their ass wants to be inside playing Balatro and they know it. Do you have pets? 1 pet, 29%. 2 pets, 19%. 3 pets, 7%. 4+, 9%. You know what's funny is like, it looks like once you get above 2, you just go full send and you just get 17. Best Gatorade flavor, blue. Everybody else, mods, get them. Red. Yellow. I hate Gatorade. There's 108 of you that hate Gatorade. Like, I can understand like not liking it, but you hate it? They probably never had it. Well, how could they go from never had to hate? That's crazy. I've never had eggnog. And did I lie and say I hated it for years because I was too scared to try it because I thought that it would be bad? Yeah. But we're not asking me. What order do you get dressed in? Socks, then shoes, or sock, shoe, sock, shoe? 32 of you need help. Could you land a plane? 270 people, elite members of society, leaders, people who trust in themselves, and 584 others. And liars. Do you? Okay, wait, I'm not showing that, but I want to read it. I'm going to go through and I'm going to read the weirdest one. There's probably at least one that's weird. I didn't have to look very far. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his big hedgehog fucking dick out, quilly dick out, and he pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you've got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut, except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. That's What is this next one? This one just says explosion sounds. That's right, baby. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that. It looks like 2 balls and a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right. This is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. The next one says, I'm so happy I found a great community where I know I can hang out and be myself. So that's good. I like that you are mid at games like me, so I would have a similar experience. I'm the people's people. I'm the people's people.